Today we're going to be making my green tea and clay soap infused with real green tea and caffeine. So let's get started. We're going to start out with warm water to prepare our lye mixture. Now before I add in my lye, I like to add these two additives. They are extremely important in my soap. One is going to be a chelating agent called sodium gluconate. I used to use citric acid for this, but the sodium gluconate is more natural and it keeps that soap scum off of your walls and shower. Also, it helps with overall bar longevity and stability, which is always a win. The other is sodium lactate. This helps to create a smoother, harder bar and keep your bar from being brittle. I'm just going to mix these two agents together until the sodium gluconate is fully dissolved. It dissolves faster in warm water, which is why we warm the water to begin. So what I like to do is, from my main batch of oils, is don't even pour the olive oil in. Just save it to the side for all of these special ingredients. First up is going to be alfalfa powder. This is a natural botanical that adds soft, earthy green tones and bring those skin-loving nutrients to the soap. It's rich in vitamins A, C, E, and K, along with some minerals, and that helps support healthy looking skin. Next up is our French green clay. That's a tongue twister. This clay helps to absorb excess oil and gently draw out impurities from the skin. So it actually detoxifies the skin by absorbing oil and impurities. The richness of the green clay and alfalfa powder is what truly sets this soap apart from the others. I'm not just using these for fillers. These are high quality ingredients chosen for their performance. And lastly, I'm going to be adding in a tiny amount of this activated charcoal. Activated charcoal is good for the skin, but for this particular soap, I'm going to be using it just to anchor in that dark green olive color that I'm going for this soap. And then we're just going to go ahead and mix it all together until it's all uniform and smooth so that we can transfer it into our big batch of oils. Now, it wouldn't be right to call these green tea and clay bars if they were not actually infused with green tea. These are my green tea ice cubes, highly concentrated, and these are very easy to make on your own. If you're interested in doing that, I have another video showing you how. So the reason why I use ice cubes is because it helps me to keep my soaping temperatures low. Therefore, I can get a better soap at the end versus it accelerating or doing something else crazy at the end because it's too hot. I've even had an explosion one time. That's all it took for me to start doing ice from now on. To me, this is the cleanest way. Doesn't have to be perfect, and it's still very forgiving. Now it's time to suit up for safety. Make sure you always have your goggles when working with lye and your N95 mask so that you're not breathing in any fumes. The other reason why I use ice cubes is because it keeps the fumes low and I can work inside of the house with my lye in a well-ventilated area, of course. I usually pour my lye in thirds, and the idea is just to get it moving around. Lye gets extremely hot once it is in contact with water. Remember, you pour lye on top of water, never water into lye. The lye will continue to heat up this entire mixture until eventually all of the ice cubes will be melted and ready to go. The ice is going to help to keep the temp below 110 and a lot of times even around 75, 85, depending on how long you allow it to sit there. But we're not going to allow this to sit very long. We're going to get started on our next step. These are my base oils. It contains coconut, palm, castor, and rice bran. Normally, my olive oil goes in with the base oils, but when I have additives like this, I like to just reserve that entire amount for the additives and then combine it all afterwards, just like I'm doing here. Since this is going to be a single colored soap, it's going to be fine to do it this way. And I'm just going to mix together and get it nice and uniform. Next, I'm going to go ahead and add my fragrance oil directly to my base oils. I've started doing it this way and I haven't had any issues just yet because when I would add it at like light trace or medium trace, I would still risk acceleration or ricing or something with some type of weird fragrance. So I haven't had an issue so far doing it this way, but only time will tell. Now it's time to slowly add our lye solution. This looks so murky and so muddy, and it's crazy because it's not even going to end up being this color afterwards. I just love seeing this particular process from start to finish. It goes from one color to something completely different. Y'all have got to stay tuned to see. I'm still suited up with my goggles and N95 mask. Now let's get this blended. I'm going to be stopping about right here. I guess this would be emulsion, light trace-ish. And then get my mold prepared and spritz it with some alcohol. So as you can see here, it gave off that really dark olive green, murky type look, which is actually very beautiful. I'm not sure how it looks on you guys' screen, but it's very beautiful here. And if I could get a final soap to be this color, that would be so nice. And I'm actually going to keep trying until I can actually achieve this dark army green. I love it. I set this aside for a little bit and waited for it to get to about medium trace so that I could go ahead and get it textured. Nothing fancy, just something so it doesn't look so plain at the top. Then I'm going to finish it off with some green tea. Now, full transparency, I don't think I'm going to be doing the green tea at the top anymore because when I go back to steam my soaps to prevent soda ash, I don't know, it activates and turns into tea or something else, but we'll work around that. It's not the end of the world. I'll probably use something else like maybe some leaves or something, just something to make it look more natural and beautiful. But there you go. There's the ending product. It looks so beautiful. Let me know what you think in the comments below and keep watching for the final cut. And there you go. It's like night and day. Had I not made this video, you would believe that these were two completely different soaps. It's not giving off that dark army green that I like, but it's still giving off a green for the green tea. I went ahead and got the tops steamed and sprayed some alcohol to prevent soda ash. I hope you guys like this video. Please remember to like and subscribe. Leave any comments below or any questions you have, and I'll try to answer as many as I can. I'm going to leave you guys with the cut. Just remember to follow me for more videos like this and more.